Yo, what's up guys? This is Rise and welcome to another video where Fict, a regular submission artist on the channel, is running Shadow Tyranitar in the Great League. Now, he said this Tyranitar was meant to really target Skeledirge because he's seeing the Skeledirge safe swap it right off the bat. Catches the Skeledirge with that Tyranitar. Now, the thing is, you do have to shield the Disarming Voice, but you're going to get the full smackdown before they even get to another Disarming Voice, and now has all this energy to potentially get that shield back here against this Lickitung. Stone Edge coming through. Let's do some big time damage if it lands. Okay, gets a shield. But Tyranitar already putting in work, core breaking this team of Skeledirge and Lickitung thus far. And Lickitung, oh my gosh, look how much that Brutal Swing did. Lickitung going to be forced to throw a Body Slam here before it goes down. Probably come in with Whims and see what's in the back. And Lickitung is gonna be forced to throw another Body Slam here. Opponent will probably dip into their final Pokemon. It's gonna be a Talonflame, and the team functions perfectly. I mean, even if you had gone Whiscash into the Skelly, that would have been pretty nice too. But I think the Tyranitar made sense because Tyranitar was going to give a harder problem for the opponent to get rid of with that Lickitung. So Tyranitar actually beat that entire team. Tyranitar was good against that entire team. Excuse me. But Whiscash will do the cleaning here. Whiscash will play the janitor role and will clean up here. Wash away the Talonflame. Whoosh. Doesn't quite KO. 2 more Mud Shots does the trick, and Lickitung is still there, but the opponent's had enough. They are going to top left, and that is a G to the G. Shout out to Fict. Fict joins the class of Rise submission artists. Who do we got? You know, one day we could have like a Hall of Fame ceremony with all the most submitted battlers on this channel. We've got like Ty, of course, Spicy Saturday legend, also known as Hakwa. We've got Fict here joining the ranks. We've got Papa Legba has been submitting a ton of battles. Erickson has been coming. He's had at least a couple submissions, and they've all been extremely spicy. So I'm definitely failing to mention other names on the spot. We get a lot of great submissions here as, oh my gosh, my Milotic went for the Blizzard. I say Milotic. Some people say Milotic. I don't know. But look at how cool the shiny Milotic looks. Surf's up, dude. Whimsicott doing its thing. DD comes in. Could consider like swapping into Whiscash, or you could just play this out. Yeah, I like the swap into Whiscash. You save Whimsicott if it's useful in the back. Gotta go for the Scald here, and they're staying in, so they don't have a hard check to this Whiscash in the back. Scald connects, gets the debuff, and there is a Dragonite. There is a Dragonite. Wait, was Dragonite the lead and I just missed it? It's possible. But shiny Dragonite comes in. I'm not sure why they stayed in so long with DD. Like, I think they would have been better off just going Dragonite straight away. And wow, Whiscash going to get a parting Scald here. This is looking really good for Fict. Scald connects. No debuff is unfortunate, but one Smackdown should KO. And then I think Whimsicott can just clean up. Actually, just going to stay in because the Smackdowns do so much. You don't really even need to shield. You can if you want to. I think either way makes sense. The Thunderbolt connects, knocks out, and Whimsicott's going to Fairy Wind down for the victory. Let's go, baby. Shadow Tyranitar smacking down the competition. There are multiple title opportunities for this video. Shadow Tyranitar goes Skeledirge hunting. Shadow Tyranitar smacks down the competition. Shadow Tyranitar brutally swings the... That's a stretch. All right, Whimsicott versus a shiny Lickitung here. Shout out to the shiny lovers in the chat. Let me know in the chat, in the comments, rather, if you guys are shiny enthusiasts. I love myself a good shiny, but I'm always going to prioritize. Rise, would you rather get a rank 1 or a shiny? Definitely a rank 1, no question. Rank 1 for PvP, no questions asked about it. But would I rather get a shiny over a non-shiny? You bet your butt I would. Shinies are pretty dang cool. Tyranitar just destroying everything in its path here. Lickitung stands no chance. In comes Cresselia. Okay, so Cresselia, whether it's running Grass Knot or Moonblast, or both, like, it's going to have at least one threatening move here. So this looks kind of like a tough situation. So what do you do here? Do you, like, go for a catch? Do you just swap Whiscash immediately after this Brutal Swing? Oh, connects. That's huge. Connects in the Brutal Swing. Now might get the farm down. I think if he KOs in 3, he might get the farm down. 1, 2. Oh, my gosh. This is crazy. I think Cress is 1 off. Cress is like 1 or 2 off. Goes into Whiscash. The little bit of chip damage he got from the Tyranitar on this Dragonair is going to help put it into Mud Bomb range. Going for the Mud Bomb here. Dragonair might be able to barely hang on. It does barely hang on. And, oh, okay. This is going to come down to fast moves, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to come down to fast moves. Tyranitar 1 Smackdown. Does the next Smackdown KO before a move? It does. And Shadow Tyranitar being an absolute menace right now. This thing should not be doing this well in the Great League. Yo, Tyranitar. You're supposed to be more of a Master League Pokemon or an Ultra League even, but yo, Great League, bro. This isn't supposed to be your league. He's like, I don't care, Rise. I go in any league. I kind of like this play of throwing the Mud Bomb before Galv has an opportunity to debuff you. Because, yeah, you get this shield, so it works out kind of nice. Do you respect a potential Energy Ball? No, not going to respect it. Going to say, I know you're lunging. Oh, but it's an Energy Ball. Props to the opponent. But, hey, you weigh out your switch timer, and you've got Tyranitar coming in here saying, watch out, itsy bitsy spider. I'm going to farm you down all the way. Jeez. Some big damage there. Not a good matchup here for Tyranitar, of course, but does have access to this neutral hitting Stone Edge, which will hit Azu very hard. Boom, big damage. Swaps in Whimsicott. Azu going to get off an Ice Beam to draw the first shield from Ficht. Whimsicott going to shield this up. What's the back Pokemon? It's a Noctowl. Now, this looks pretty rough for Ficht, I'm not going to lie, but I don't know if it's necessarily over. Because maybe if you can, like, stall the switch timer here, and then eventually, like, switch into Tyranitar, is that possible? Let's see. Going to shield the Sky Attack should outpace to the Moonblast. Gonna bait the Seed Bomb instead. Does this allow him to get off another Seed Bomb to stall the clock? No, it doesn't. So now this comes down to whether Tyranitar can farm down and reach a move against Azu before it gets bubbled down. You get a 2 head start. I think like 3 bubbles KOs though. So, yep, not going to be quite enough. Close game against the tough team comp. That will happen. 2207 ELO range. Let me know in the comments if you're in the same ELO range as our fan. Why did I say fan? As our featured battler. Maybe he is a fan. But that should be the first thing out of my mouth. The first thing out of my mouth should be our featured battler. I don't know what that was. You can dislike the video if you want for that. That was weird. I'm not going to even lie. Rise needs an ego check. Calling Ficht a fan mid-video. Like, bro, who knows? Maybe he's just like, yeah, I don't like that Rise guy, but at least he shows my battles. As he Moonblasts the Poliwrath. Let's go. Swaps in Whiscash. Shadow Gligar going to dig the Whiscash. And building up. Should live a move here. So yeah, willing to let this go. It's just an Aerial Ace. Going to live that. Only going to get to 1 move though. And they catch on a Carbink. Now, this is still fine. Do you even get to a Mud Bomb here before getting Rock thrown down? You don't. That's unfortunate. Nice plays by the opponent. Now this looks kind of like a tough situation. Gonna come in with Whims. Don't know if you get to 2 Seed Bombs. This is kind of brutal. If you land this, then you probably just swap and farm down. Yep, I like this play a lot. Swap, farm down. Have we seen the 3rd? Gligar comes back. Of course, the Brutal Swing. Would have liked to see him throw 1 more Smackdown before throwing that Brutal Swing for better timing. But just kind of wants to get off this move, it appears. Man, I wasn't keeping track. I feel like that might have just been an Aerial Ace. Yeah, I don't know if he even built up to the dig. Gonna go for 3 and throw. Let's go. Gets rid of it. Is there something in the back that he can still beat? Is there something in the back? Oh, that was the last Pokemon. Yo, Rise is out of it today. My excuse. Don't make excuses in life. You're in the control of your own destiny. But my excuse is I streamed for 6 hours yesterday. 6 hours. Fried my brain a little bit. But it was a lot of fun. Whimsicott versus Charjabug. Whole team has play against Charjabug, especially the back two do pretty well. So Charjabug going to throw the X-Scissor. He's getting Snapchats like our friend Ty. Uh-oh, this is really bad. Not only is it a jump bluff, it's a bullet seed jump bluff. If jump bluff wasn't bad enough, it's a bullet. Okay. Oh, never mind. I was laughing, but for all they know, you could be running Blizzard, right? So was just prospecting the Blizzard kind of makes sense. So in such a bad scenario, it's kind of nice that you actually get a shield out of it. And I do like the play by the jump bluff user. They know they're going to have to take more moves in the process of farming down. But I think since you're running Bullet Seed, you might as well go for the entire farm down. Now you're forced to, like, do you come in? I was going to say maybe you come in with Whims just to absorb a move and then put it all on 2-shield T-Tar. But instead, going to come in with T-Tar. Might just 2-shield it here. And hopefully you get the farm down before a third energy ball. They're probably like 3 away. Oh my god, Galv come... Wait, no, Charjabug comes in. Yikes, dude, X-Scissor's gonna hurt. X-Scissor. Oh, they crunch! What? Did they throw the wrong move? I think they threw the wrong move. WinCon spotted. WinCon spotted! Comes in with the Lantern, and he's got a great answer for the Lantern and back. Also, I don't remember if we saw the Charjabug reveal X-Scissor earlier. Did we see it throw an X-Scissor at Whimsicott and a shield or anything? Oh, yeah, no, we did. We saw it X-Scissor the Whiscash. We saw it X-Scissor the Whiscash, so opponent probably just forgot which side their move was on. I would never do that, obviously. Wink, wink. But it happens. Game's still not quite over. Jump Bluff should have an Acrobatics here if they're running it. But they're not running Acrobatics. Or maybe they felt like Energy Ball was enough. Moonblast coming through. Knocks out the Pluff. Lantern is very low. And Whims will do the rest. We've been featuring Whims a lot on the channel recently. Whims getting a lot of air time, a lot of screen time. Trying to enter that superstar status. Whimsicott and more of like a role player slash starter. Trying to enter superstar status. Really bad. Oh, Ferrothorn, dude. Oh, no, this is so horrible. This is so horrible. If he pulls this out somehow, this will be the win of the century. Ferrothorn beats the entire team. It beats the Whimsicott. It beats the Tyranitar. It beats the Whiscash, and it beats them all hard. It beats them all hard. You got to come in with Whiscash here. And maybe you try and farm up extra energy so you can spam some Mud Bombs at the Ferrothorn. Maybe give yourself a chance. I could see that opening up some possibilities. But this is looking brutal. Gonna go for the Mud Bomb here. Not gonna undercharge. Just wants to get rid of Claude before it gets off a move. I assume Pharaoh comes back unless they've got another Whiscash answer. They come in with Water Gun Lantern, which makes sense because they know there's a Whimsicott. So their Lantern would rather be here, positioned here, than against the Whims. They swap Whims, then they swap Pharaoh. Oh boy, if this is running Mirror Shot, this is probably over. And Power Whip, okay. Maybe that opens up some play. I think the Whiscash might have banked a Mud Bomb, which if this matchup plays out for a while, you could eventually combo play with the Mud Bomb. That could open up some play. So I don't think this game is necessarily over, especially since the Ferrothorn is going straight Power Whip and does not have Mirror Shot. I don't love throwing on alignment here, and I don't love throwing the bait. The bait works out, so a nice bait, but throwing on alignment, you don't want to give them an entire free Bullet Seed. That could be punished here. Gonna go for another Moonblast once again on alignment. But maybe you combo play with the Whiscash if they shield. Yep. Combo Wombo. Don't think this quite knocks out. Oh, Ferrothorn lives and they bank a move. But wait. Now you just shield. You Mud Bomb the Lantern. Hopefully this knocks out. And then Pharaoh's going to be forced to throw energy. And if they don't have 2 moves, If they don't have 2 moves, they lose. Oh, they went for the Bullet Seed down, but one Mud Shot knocks him out. I think the opponent probably could have played that more optimally. But wow, nice endgame by Ficht. Was able to find a way to win. Let's go. Whims into Jelly. Positive lead. Double Seed Bomb just about knocks out a Jelly. You can tank 1 move, but Shadow Ball would hurt, so you do want to consider shielding the Shadow Ball. First Seed Bomb coming through. It's also nice when you have 2 turn against 3 turn here. Makes it easier to time your moves. It's interesting how much that Seed Bomb did. I feel like that did more than I was expecting. Seed Bomb definitely will knock out the Jelly if it connects here. Grabs a shield. Jelly's going to play this out. You can also opt to run Grass Knot on your Whimsicott. Grass Knot is actually a better move, pound for pound, than Seed Bomb. However, Seed Bomb's a little bit cheaper in terms of energy. So when you're running a nuke move like Moonblast, it kind of makes more sense to pair Seed Bomb with it. In comes the Wiggles. Uh-oh. Has to come in with Whiscash here. And you just hope they're not running Double Charm, because that could spell a lot of trouble for Mr. Tyranitar. Going for the Scald. Going to hope for a debuff here. That could be really nice. Scald coming through. Gets the debuff. Now you don't really need to shield necessarily. But if it is Double Charm, this is rough. I think you got to just bet that it's not Double Charm and hope for the best. Going for the Mud Bomb here. Is this enough to knock out Wiggly if it connects? Mud Bomb coming through. Knocks out the Wiggles. And there's a Galvantula in back. Swaps in. And this Galvantula is never going to reach 2 moves. So you simply shield once. And 1 more Smackdown. 2 more Smackdowns is all it takes to knock out the Tarantula. Galvantula. GG's there. Carlos is the next opponent. That name looks familiar. I feel like we've seen Carlos before. Tough lead. Bit of a core breaker. Gonna swap in their only answer, Whiscash. And luckily the opponent's staying in. So getting off this Scald already is massive. Because they probably let it go through, right? And already you've done some chip damage to this thing that you have no coverage for. So, and shields the Brave Bird correctly. Very nice. In comes Deoxys. I would love to see him like maybe store some energy on Whiscash and then dip into Whimsicott when he can. Let's see how this plays out. DD going to throw a move here. Going to elect to let it go through. It is a Psycho Boost. Going to throw the Scald here. I kind of want to see him dip, aggressively swap into Whims. And he's just going to stay in. Just a little concerning to me, like how you deal with the Skarmory now. So going to save Whiscash. Feels like he needs to save Whiscash to deal with Skarm, I guess. It's a charge move priority. Does this knock out DD if it connects? Or does DD hang on? It knocks out DD. That's big. Does Skarm come back? Skarm comes back. We see the instant swap. Smackdowns are chunking. Steel Wings are chunking even more. Oh, and the opponent catches on Lantern. But here's the thing. Now you're locked in with Lantern if you're the opponent. I don't think they thought this through. And now Whimsicott's going to be able to overfarm. To be fair, Lantern has a lot of energy. So it's going to get off multiple charge moves here. But I don't know who's going to win this game. Surf not doing very much at all. Over farming like crazy is Ficht. This Whimsicott loading up on energy. Thunderbolt coming through is going to put the Whimsicott really low. Seed Bomb finally being thrown at the Lantern. No bubbles though. Wants a farm down after. Still knocks out anyway. Seed Bomb. Does it grab a shield from the Skarmory? Skarmory shields. Swap into Whiscash. And Whiscash gets to the Mud Bomb on charge attack priority. And the Mud Bomb should be enough here to knock out the Skarmory. Wow, how did that happen? How in the world did that happen? Ficht is going absolutely insane. Next opponent, Whims into Trev. Tough lead, in my opinion. Since Trev is going to win the charge move priority here. So, unless you successfully bait, this is always going to be a tough matchup for Whimsicott. The Shadow Ball nearly knocks out after the Shadow Claw damage. Whimsicott would like barely hang on. Moonblast coming through. Gets shielded. And the thing is, oh, goes for the Shadow Ball catch on the Tyranitar. A little bit risky, but makes it successfully. That Shadow Ball. It didn't look resisted, but trust me, that was resisted. And Trev going to throw a Seed Bomb. I think you just... Okay, no, going to shield, because this way he can line things up how he wants. Oh, that's actually a huge shield. Because he's going to get his Whiscash in here. Gets off a Parting Stone Edge, which does massive damage. Considering Carming's one of the bulkiest Pokemon in the game. That did insane damage. Whiscash comes in. And uh-oh. With a Trev lead, they're going to be weak to Whiscash in the back. Carming's not a fan of this matchup, but let's see what they end up having in the back. Moonblast does a lot of damage. And I don't think this is going to be enough to knock out after the attack fell. But might give himself a farm down. So actually even better. Wow, really nicely done. And there's an Umbreon. Okay. So this looks solid for Ficht since he's got a Whimsicott. But it's not over. His opponent gives him the farm down. Gonna bait the Seed Bomb. This is huge if he can grab the shield, because then he can land the Moonblast. Seed Bomb grabs the shield. One away from the Moonblast. And this is gonna connect. It's gonna put Umbreon really low to a low amount of health, where Whiscash is only gonna need a Mud Bomb. Umbreon probably needed to double up. I think Umbreon might still be 1 or 2 Snarls away. They last resort. I don't know if that was necessary. Maybe it was. But now Whiscash is gonna deliver the final blow, the Mud Bomb. And knocks out the Umbreon. I've personally thought Foul Play was enough there, but I could be wrong. G to the G, another great game. Danny is the next opponent. Whims into Mantine. Oh, yikes. Core Breaker lead, so gonna go straight into the hard punish. There's no way he wins this game, does he? Maybe if he gets a shield here, the opponent like unnecessarily shields. Brutal Swing. No, they know. There's just no way, right? There's just no way. What do you even farm down with? Because, like, Whimsicott is your only answer to that Mantine. Maybe you shield to respect a Gunk Shot. I kind of want to see a Gunk Shot, to be honest. Oh, okay. That would have been kind of entertaining. Night Slash coming through. Whimsicott going to absorb this damage. So now the only win con is like if they allow a Moonblast to connect here, maybe it gives you some play where you just spam off moves. Moonblast does connect. So now Scald will put Mantine dangerously low. Will we see the first shield come up here? No. It's just an Aerial Ace. Going to Scald. I like getting off the Scald here before another move. Give yourself a chance for that debuff. Does Mantine invest the shield? It does not. And it's their own Whiscash in the back. Huh. Suddenly, this doesn't look so bad. This looked like absolute RPS, and suddenly it doesn't look so bad. Opposing Whiscash, letting a Scald go through. That's going to do some big damage. I don't know why we didn't shield. Like, what are we saving our... I guess we're saving our shields for Whims. I guess we're putting it all on the Whims. Gotta start shielding, right? Because if you don't shield, I feel like the wing attacks start to threaten from what minimal health that Mantine still has. Does get debuffed by the Scald. You did save your Whiscash, so a play in the future might be to switch into Whiscash to clear that attack drop. Oh, they combo play with the Mantine, but now you probably can farm down. Farm down. Shields are down, and Whimsicott's gonna win CMP. And is going to knock out the Whiscash, coming back from an impossible lead. Yo, Ficht is pulling out all the stops for this video. I was skeptical. I thought this was going to be... some shenanigans going on, but he's pulling out some very impressive wins. Great lead into Altaria. You do have to respect Sky Attack, of course, but heavily resisting these Dragon Breaths, Moonblast, super threatening, and also outpacing the Altaria to its charge move. Moonblast gets shielded. Now we're going to see a Sky Attack eventually be thrown by this Altaria. I like the Protect Shield coming up. The fact that they're staying in also signifies they're probably double weak to the Whims. Whims doing its thing. Oh my gosh, this is kind of risky. Seed Bomb bait. Yo, Ficht, you absolute savage. Gonna let it go. Knows he can tank one and still get off his Moonblast. Gets it off. The opponent is shieldless at this point. This probably knocks out. Moonblast. Boom. Knocks out Altaria. In comes Poliwrath, which is kind of tough for the back line. This game suddenly went from looking really good to not so good. Especially if Whiscash gets debuffed here. 2 Mud Bombs. Not going to be nearly enough. No debuff, though. Going for the Scald instead to try and debuff the Poliwrath. Interesting play. Now, maybe you Mud Bomb here. I don't think Whis is going to do another move, though. Are you forced to swap? Oh, they throw energy. That's huge. And now you can actually smack down, and it basically comes down to what they have in the back. Now you can actually farm down. You take a lot of counter damage in the process. And it's a Lantern. Is Stone Edge going to be enough? Plus the smackdowns. Is Stone Edge going to be enough here? I don't know. Lantern's bulky. Stone Edge coming through. Does a ton of damage. One more smack. Oh my gosh. Dude. Holy cow. Tyranitar. Going insane. Going absolutely insane. Oh my gosh. Whimsicott into Poliwrath. Positive lead. But Poliwrath, of course, can hold its own here. Icy Wind does start to threaten the Whimsicott. Gonna throw Seed Bomb before a potential Icy Wind debuff. Gets a shield. Wrath is gonna throw an Icy Wind and gonna match shields here with the Whims. Now, the thing is, now Seed Bomb isn't as threatening. So I like building up to the Moonblast here to threaten the Moonblast and then going Seed Bomb. Does connect. Nice call by the opponent. But if you're Ficked, you can shield this, overfarm a little bit. Go for another Seed Bomb. And now Poly does have an opportunity, it looks like, to win the 2s, but it's going to elect to not do that. And, you know, with 2 answers here to T-Tar, I would have kind of liked to see the Whiscash swap, but this is fine. Oh, never mind. I'm wrong, actually. I'm wrong. No, that would have been really dumb by me. Ficked made the right play, because if that Typhlosion's running Solar Beam, assumedly, and you swap in Whis, Typhlosion could potentially shield and then Solar Beam. And then Lantern might beat the Tyranitar in the back, so nice patience there by Ficked. I don't know if he thought all that in the moment that quickly, but made the right read, I think. Blast Burn coming through. Does Tyranitar have double Blast Burn? I totally forgot if it threw energy before. It has double Blast Burn, but I don't think this will knock out. It'll do a ton of damage, though. Blast Burn. Oh my gosh. Tyranitar lives with a sliver of health. Dude, what insane battles. Absolutely crazy. Fick, thanks so much for the submission, dude. You guys have been killing it with the viewer submissions lately with some super entertaining battles. If you guys haven't seen that Cubone video, I highly recommend that one. One of the best, I'd say, submissions and fun shoutcasts we ever had on the channel. But this one was amazing as well. Thank you so much to Ficked. If you guys enjoyed this video, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Comment down below. All comments help out the YouTube algorithm. And all that said, thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you in the next one. Peace.